Good morning, Soul Family. Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for your subscribes, your likes, your shares, your views, and your comments. I appreciate everything and every one. We're just going to do a quick daily read. I got to jump on and do my straight eight. And then this evening, I'll just jump on and we'll spend some more time together. So let's ring the bell, let's clear the energy and see what the message is. First, somebody wasn't saying anything. I mean, nothing, not a clue. But then it was something about timing. And now they're ready to talk. Something about some drama. They wanted to avoid some drama with you, save you from some drama. But there was some drama that was going on that they didn't want to deal with, didn't want to talk about. But now it's the time. The time is right. What's the message, Spirit? Service, shine, player, and labor. This is somebody that saw who you were, saw who you are. Somebody that is of service and you shine. It's like you just make others feel good. It's just the type of person that you are. And this person, they wanted you, they were working hard so that you didn't see them as a player. Because that's one thing they don't want you to see them as some type of player. Because something about maybe you got a reading or they got a reading, somebody got a reading, and it was something having to do with privilege, like maybe how they saw things or how they saw themselves or how they saw other people. And maybe about this person thinking what you can't see, you don't know. Like this person not thinking that energy speaks louder than words. What's the message? I said we were going to do a quick daily read. So this must be what somebody is working on. The ability for someone to see them as someone other than a player. They want someone to see them as someone that is of service, of someone that shines in that way, that they help people, that they are, someone that helps people, and they're not one that's just taking. What's at home, Spirit? Tell me what I need to know about home. It's too many. It's too many. Just a few. Okay, we'll get another one. So something about love at home. Maybe it's the way that you love, maybe it's the way that you love, and the way that you take care of yourself. It's something about that. But this person, they think about that a lot. They think about the love that you provided to them and the acts of love that you showed them. And it was something about they may be too scared because they think that that there's somebody else. They think that there's other people. They think that maybe you were entertaining a host of others doing the same that you do for them that you do for everybody else. That's what they are thinking. But you're just being you. However, that is that you want to be authentically and naturally with that person. Because everybody's energy doesn't mix and mingle the same. So this person is maybe starting to figure out that you are with them, you are like how you are with them because that's just how you are with them. And maybe you're just a good person. I think at the time this person was afraid to just resign to the thought that you were just a good person. You're not out trying to be a player to score. What's unexpected is something that maybe with their ancestors. Maybe their ancestors are coming through to them, you know, pointing out to them maybe things that they need to change within their communication style. Maybe that person needs to drop their defenses and just be themselves too, instead of trying to control a situation like now you see me, now you don't. Because that person, all they're doing is making that other person defensive and not want to be there. So there's a whole backstory that somebody is not talking about. There's a whole reason that this person is the way that they are. And this is the reason that this person will move around in a heartbeat. So the perception that this privileged person had was completely off. It was completely off. Someone's ancestors are talking to them, trying to get their attention. What's the message, Spirit? And that's confirmation. Trying to get their attention. It's something that they're not talking about. Something that they know, but they're not saying. Mm. And maybe it's about what's going on in their home life right now. They're dealing with some type of wise guy or somebody that they're connected to. You know. What's the message, Spirit? What are we putting into it? Ooh, it's a lot. Once again, we have a whole backstory. We got a whole backstory to us. And this is why we are at peace. This is why we do not play games. Not at all. This is why when our intuition told us that this privileged person has an incorrect perception about us, this is why we stood our ground. This is why we did what we did, why we said what we said, why we put up a boundary like we had to put up a boundary, why we stopped something like we needed to stop something, however that shoe fit. Because we could see that somebody was very, very, very disconnected with how they show up in the world, how they appear to others. They were very disconnected. So there was some type of connection that happened. between the head and the heart and reality and gravity. There was some type of connection that happened. Something sank in, something snapped, something made sense. What's the possible outcome, Spirit? Wholesome, healing. Someone is seeing that somebody else took advantage of their innocence. They're remembering now somebody took advantage of them, cast a spell on them, put some illusion over them, did some mind manipulation, some mind fucks, something. But they're healing from this. Somebody's deciding that they are needing to get into their purpose, find out what their purpose is, and get there quick. Someone feels like they have survived this horrific thing that they should have removed themselves a long time ago. A long time ago. Like they should have stopped. They should have stopped a long time ago. But in the end, they learned in a very important lesson. They learned a very important lesson. They learned what a true leader looks like. They learned who they should actually look up to. They learned who is the one who actually deserves their respect, their attention, their loyalty, their dedication, and their protection. And they learned about this wise guy, this person they could not trust at home. Someone that they put themselves in danger, thinking that they were protecting themselves from you, only to be feeding themselves to the snake. Now someone is looking at the relationship, that connection that they have with you, and they looking at how perfect it is, how perfect it was, how perfect everything was. Now they want to visit you. They want to talk to you. They want to connect with you, but they're afraid that you're going to be looking at them like, how vain, and disconnect, turn your back. Which is not what they feel like they could take. After them turning their back on you, after them disconnecting completely from you, now they need you. And they're afraid that you're going to turn your back and disconnect completely from them. And they almost feel like this would be justice. Like if if you did this and everybody looked at them and laughed, they would feel like this is what they deserve. This is what they deserve. Because when everybody looks at you, it's like they see you're always positive. You have got this wonderful personality. You do anything for everyone. You go above and beyond. You go out of your way and you ask for nothing in return. And this person thought that the importance was if they were smart. If they were smart, they would place the value on things and how they look. What makes them look good? All these things, all these outward things, all these things that you can't take with you. Well, I guess you can if people are burying themselves in their cars and with their motorcycles and all that other stuff. But normal people, people that don't want to spend $100,000 on a funeral to be buried with all their things, it's just a rap song. Take my money, bury my money with me in the grave is just a rap song. It's not really a thing. Someone is looking now, and people are asking them, what were you trying to get out of this? What was your objective? What were you trying to do? Why did you do this? Why did you go this far? Why did you disconnect? Why this? Why that? The people want to know, what was it? Somebody told this person, you know what? One thing you didn't do. You were so busy looking at you and what you wanted and what was good for you. But you forgot to look at that other person that you was affecting. How you was affecting their life with what you was doing. Because you was so busy looking outside of yourself, looking for the answer instead of looking inside of yourself, finding the answer. You forgot to look at and think about somebody else who was trying to provide you the answer that you're looking for. So it's like, as someone says, if this relationship is over, whose fault is it? You can't get mad. You can only understand man or woman to fuck up and keep it moving. Because you decided that you wanted to live some type of wild and crazy life and didn't think about the consequences of what you were doing, what you were creating, and how it was going to come back on you. Somebody said you need to stop worrying about what other people are thinking. Stop worrying about what other people are thinking. You need to get in your north node and you need to go the right way. Someone's ancestors are coming through and they're saying something they hadn't said in a long time. They hadn't said anything, but they was watching. They chose at that time to do nothing. Come from motherfucking Mation. They chose to do nothing, but they stepping in and they doing the shit now. Something is being brought to someone else's attention. Something very important. How they cause this hardship on themselves. Now somebody is looking at something totally different about all this drama about what this person that they that this person thought that they was going to be in this relationship with, and the other person was going to cause problems and not be seen. They was going to just be around, but nobody's going to be able to know that they was the ones that was causing the problems. And someone told them. Someone even already told them. We're going to say today is the reckoning day. Today is the day someone's asking them, what you going to do? Today is the day someone has to make a decision. Not tomorrow. Today. Is it a yes? Or is it a no? Someone needs to decide, who are you? And that was at 21 minutes exactly on the clock. I love y'all. See you this evening. Subscribe.